Alright guys, what is up? And this right here is the second installment of the subscriber payback, where I commentate a subscriber's video. You guys just send me your PlayStation or Xbox Live name. I go into your vault, you tell me what game it is, and I'll watch it, and if I think it's good enough, I'll record it and you have a chance of getting put on YouTube on my channel. So this right here is gameplay donated by SquirtyMcBamBam. I don't believe he has a YouTube channel, but anyways, he is using the gold MP7 suppressed rapid fire, probably one of the better submachine guns in the game, if not the best, and actually one of the best guns in the game. It looks like he's rocking up the specialist loadout, and he's going to play some kill confirmed, and I think that's pretty much all I ever see the guy play, because I do actually have him on my friends list, because I did actually accept some subscribers' friend requests a couple weeks ago, well, a little while ago, and he managed to get on my friends list. But this right here is some actually really good gameplay. Let's get into what that move he just did right there. You guys noticed that he saw somebody in the corner calling in a care package, yet he didn't go for the guy in the care package. He actually kind of ran by him and killed the guy that was more of a threat because the guy was running towards him. That right there was really smart play. He prioritized what guy was more of a threat to him, and he picked up both kills and is still on his streak. That right there was actually a really good idea in my personal opinion. One thing I do have to say about his class setup is that I'm not quite sure why he runs Scavenger so late into his streak. I always thought it was kind of a bad thing to do that, but I guess it can't be that bad considering, he does okay with it. I always like Scavenger within my first perk or two, or I actually like to run it as my starting perk when I use Specialist. That way ammo is never a problem. But I guess it all comes down to preference, I guess. But yeah. Like I said, right here, I think he's just trying to play a bit defensive. He realized he's had his specialist bonus for a bit, so he's on a bit of a streak. And by this point in the game, he's thinking, well, MOAB. I might be able to get a MOAB sooner or later. So he's playing a little more cautious. One thing that I would kind of prefer that he did is pick up more tags. Now, I have played with SquirtyMcBamBam before, and I realized kind of that it's not that he doesn't play the objective, but I see him walk by tags every so often. And I can't help it, well, sometimes you don't need to pick up every tag, and if you have a bit of a lead, it's fine and kill confirmed. And, it's not really a big problem. But if it's a bit of a close game like it is right now, I think it'd be a better idea if he were to pick up a couple of the tags. Like he does there, which is always good, but it's always a good thing, and just remind him, because I know he's probably going to watch this video, it's always a really good thing to pick up your tags, because I realize you play kill confirmed a lot, and, it's all about the win, It's all about the win. So, right here, instead of going through the middle, you notice that he had a lot of enemies pushing towards out of the tunnel and in the middle area. And he actually does a really good flank route, which was, really paid off. It helped him get that MOAB. And, he goes to the tunnel and picks off this guy. But he does take a quick death after, kind of his teammate's fault, but, it's whatever. He actually did that MOAB in pretty fast timing. That was actually a really good MOAB, and I'm kind of impressed with this gameplay. Good job. And since he's got the MOAB, it's time to pick up some dog tags, take the lead, because they're actually still not winning by that many tags. And they start to take a bit of a lead because his team picks up all the tags that the MOAB got. So overall, pretty good play. I really liked how he used the map and, well, the map knowledge and flank routes to his advantage in this gameplay. I do think that was really good and really smart. He does seem to have some map knowledge, and it really did pay off. See, guys, small things like that can either make or break a game, and right there really helped out his MOAB. So I would say this gameplay is pretty flawless for the most part. He didn't really make too many mistakes, and right here, you can see that he likes to patrol this tunnel. It does get you killed, but that happens with the tunnel. It's a high traffic area, and you have to expect to die every so often. So just the way it works. And I also like how he uses his teammate as bait, even though he actually died right there. The deaths aren't really the biggest, biggest disadvantage to his team right now, because, he already dropped a MOAB. How much more could you ask for? And right here, it looks like he's just trying to clear out the tunnel a bit so his team can push up. Another good play. But you can see this guy right in front of him. He's trying to use him as bait to run in that room right there, and he actually uses his mini-map to his advantage because he saw that Predator missile, and bam! Don't tell me that was not dirty. And he picks up all the tags. Good for him. But right there, you saw a Predator was getting called in, and he actually used his mini-map really quick right after a gunfight. So that's really good map knowledge by using his radar. It's something that, you only see a lot of good players do. And you know, he takes like a death here. Maybe he shouldn't have gone into like battle, considering he has a submachine gun and he's going against a guy with an assault rifle at long range. But you know, it's whatever. His team's pretty much guaranteed the win now. They only need like another tag or two and some good flanking, waiting for the enemies to go in middle so he could flank them. Overall, I'd say this was a pretty flawless gameplay and you know, a pretty good gameplay. This is actually a YouTube standard gameplay for sure. I'd like to say thank you for SquirtyMcBamBam for donating this gameplay. And I will have another couple of these episodes out soon. Peace.